In 2025, my TCG business, Gen Z Gaming, did over $210,000 in sales. But I had one big problem that probably cost me hundreds of thousands in sales. In this video, I'm going to go over what went wrong in 2025 and how I'm fixing this issue. So I sell acrylic cases for Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, and other TCGs. At the start of 2025, I was focused on adding new products. Pokemon was my best-selling TCG, so I started making Pokemon cases for products other than the English booster boxes. This included making cases for standard Japanese boosters, cases for VMAX and V-Star booster boxes, and notably cases for English ETBs. Now, acrylic cases are bulky and heavy, and by adding more products at the start of the year, it meant I needed more space to store my inventory. The Pokemon ETB acrylics especially took up a ton of space and were super heavy. This meant the garage I was running the business out of quickly became completely full of acrylic cases. Additionally, the production and shipping cycle took almost 3 months, meaning I'd place my order of inventory and would need to wait almost 3 months for the order to be delivered. However, the amount of inventory I could store in my tiny garage sold out in less than 3 months. This meant that many products would sell out and go out of stock for extended periods of time. Now, being sold out might sound like a good thing, and it's for sure better than having a bunch of stuff you can't sell, but it's still a problem because the whole time you're sold out, you're not making any money, and you're also losing potential customers who are getting tired of waiting. So, in order to fix the problem, I needed to store larger amounts of inventory to keep up with sales during the time between restock cycles. Thus, finding either a 3PL or renting a warehouse space became my priority until Liberation Day spooked me. In April 2025, massive new tariffs were announced. These tariffs would cost more than my profit margin at the time, meaning any potential profit margin I might have had basically went to zero overnight. So I stopped ordering new inventory, stopped searching for a warehouse, and considered the possibility of just closing shop once all my existing inventory sold out. I still had a few previously pending shipments I had paid for before the new tariffs, but for a while I basically did nothing to try to grow the business. I stopped ordering new inventory, continued working from my garage, and let things just go out of stock. As a result, sales were super slow for nearly 5 months in the middle of 2025. Now, eventually deals were made and the tariff situation improved, so I decided to continue my business and dedicate my effort to it. So in November 2025, I moved into a warehouse space and made some large investments into buying inventory. So far, I'd say things have been going pretty well in terms of the warehouse ramp up, but it's really unfortunate that it did not happen until the end of the year. Thus, the big loss of 2025 was that progress in the business had basically come to a complete stop for almost half the year. Had I gotten my warehouse up and running earlier and solved some of the inventory issues earlier, I for sure could have made at least another 100,000, if not more, in sales during that time. Now, obviously, I can't go back. I can only focus on what's ahead of me. And currently, the goal that's in front of me is growing the business to $1 million in sales this year. That's why I've been working to get my warehouse fully stocked so that hopefully all my Pokemon acrylics or One Piece acrylics or whatever other product people are looking for will stay in stock. This process has been slower than I would have liked, but that's just the nature of the industry. There's still a lot of work to be done to get to my goal of 1 million in sales, but the year is also just starting, so hopefully I can pull through.